Conference. Hi, everyone. Conference, dear delegates, we are about to start our plenary. May I please ask you to take your seats so that we can proceed with the institutional opening session. Thank you, everyone. Please proceed to your seats as our plenary is about to start. Welcome back, everyone. We hope that you had a nice lunch break. Can I please ask you to make your way to your seats so that we can proceed with the institutional opening session? Thank you. Oh no.
Voting ready on your, can you keep the voting system on your account so we can share it? It's okay, they're also fine, I can see.
Conference, welcome back to our plenary. We hope that you had a great time and that you enjoyed a nice meal, you managed to explore the conference and to get some catch-ups with some friends. As part of the formal opening session of the conference, we would like to determine the presence for the conference to establish a quorum. Our e-voting system will act as our way for determining presence, as we have delegations both here in person and online. To ensure a smooth connection process to the e-voting system, we have established an additional Wi-Fi network. This Wi-Fi network is additional to increase the bandwidth, particularly for the voting devices. So we urge you to use this mainly for voting reasons. Please navigate on your devices to the Wi-Fi connection bar and find the Network Scouts conference. You are seeing the Wi-Fi password on the screen. We will give the delegations a moment to ensure that they are successfully connected to the dedicated network ahead of the test vote and voting for today. All right, I hope that all voters are connected to the internet now. Based on this, I now invite all heads of delegations to log into the e-voting system. All heads of delegations were provided with a voting credential, and they can go now to vote.scout.org, log in using an email address from registration. Throughout the different voting sessions of the conference, each delegation can practice their rights to vote or not to vote. However, at this point in time, and for the purpose of this test voting, we ask that all delegations present log into the e-voting system so to enable us to determine presence. Let's go through a short presentation as a reminder on accessing the system.
To access the e-voting system after creating your account, go to vote.scout.org. The system is accessed on this unique online platform, separate from the platform of the event you are participating in. We recommend that you bookmark this page or add it to favorites for easy access throughout the event. Delegates with voting credentials can log in with their registered email address and use the personalized password set when creating their account. Note that the link provided in the invitation email will expire once you have activated your account. If you forgot your password or wish to change it, click on the Forgot Password link below to the Login button. Once logged in, access the relevant event which you have been invited to as voter. Note that the preferred browsers are Chrome, Edge, and Safari. The preferred device is a laptop or a desktop computer over a mobile device. The e-voting system's user experience will be reduced on a mobile device or with another browser.
I hope with this reminder that the login process to the e-voting system is smooth for everyone. If you encounter any challenges, our team is here to help you. If you are in person here in the room with us and experience any issue with the voting system, please raise your country card and a member of the support team will approach you to assist. If you are online, you can reach the help desk via the support button on the bottom right corner of the e-voting system. At this time, it is the very first time we are asking everybody to log in. We need to support some delegations. We will watch a video while we make sure everybody gets the support they need. Please keep your country card raised as long as your issue is resolved. If not, sit back and relax.
While waiting for the teams to be supported, we are going to repeat the guidance of voting session so that we can support you better access the voting system.
To access the e-voting system after creating your account, go to vote.scout.org. The system is accessed on this unique online platform, separate from the platform of the event you are participating in. We recommend that you bookmark this page or add it to favorites for easy access throughout the event. Delegates with voting credentials can log in with their registered email address and use the personalized password set when creating their account. Note that the link provided in the invitation email will expire once you have activated your account. If you forgot your password or wish to change it, click on the Forgot Password link below to the Login button. Once logged in, access the relevant event which you have been invited to as voter. Note that the preferred browsers are Chrome, Edge, and Safari. The preferred device is a laptop or a desktop computer over a mobile device. The e-voting system's user experience will be reduced on a mobile device or with another browser.
We hope that it is clear for now. Please make sure to raise your country cards and please make sure you do not bring back your country cards to the table unless your issue has been solved. Please keep your country cards raised until your issue has been solved. It is really important that everyone logs to the system so that we can ensure a smooth decision-making process for the conference. So please bear with us as we are supporting the different delegations here. In the meantime, we are all going to watch a video. If you are already logged in, please sit back and relax. Otherwise, please make sure to raise your country card as our different teams are supporting. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Patrick, 22 years old, a scout from South Sudan, Juba town. South Sudan got its independence in 2011. It's not an easy thing to grow up in such a country. We live with that heart of being scared every day. There's a lot of problems. One of it is water problems, especially to young boys and girls all over South Sudan. Even the economic crisis itself is too high. You can't even have access to proper meals. Sometimes we eat once in a day. Sometimes you sleep hungry. Lack of water affects these young boys and girls, the children in schools. They move long distance to look for water, in search of water. And then even the heat itself in South Sudan, the temperature is it's always higher.
Children, they don't find water.
Children were going out to bring the water for those people who are washing the cars.
When they locked the borehole, we went up to our homes to get water.
That can waste our time. We used to come late to school.
so making them academically weak. And also not having access to clean water makes them fall sick and miss classes because they fall sick from waterborne diseases.
When I drink it, and then I deserve headache, and then I was crying.
It was last year. I was suffering from malaria and typhoid.
2017, when I went to AIC National Primary School and I saw the situation, what should I do for these young boys and girls in school not to miss their classes in order to become quality leaders tomorrow? So I decided to write a project and I sent to an international organization, but they didn't grant me any because of the age limit, because I was a youth and they thought I couldn't manage a project. That's why I decided, through the help of the World Scout Organization, and that's why they granted me the fundings from the Messengers of Peace. Water for Child project is running in 5 schools. I installed 5 water tanks that are having 2,000 liters. So that tank fetch water from the riverside, but it is treated first. So they bring to school, and in the school also it's still retreated to make sure that they have the clean and safe treated water. And this is how I installed the tank, where as we can see that the pupils are now taking water in. I actually built around it the concrete wall in order for its security, to protect it from direct sunlight and even from thieves. Actually, I put 2 dripping taps to help and ease the queue. As you can see, the queue is too long. This is also part of the program. It's the hand washing facilities that the pupils and teachers both use when they're out of the classes or when out of the washrooms. It is a dripping tap and it's collected aside with their soap alongside with it to help them keep their hygiene clean. On top of that, I did train hygiene promoters in all the schools to help teach on how to maintain their hygiene every day in the school. The ones that are helping the children to fill their water are the hygiene promoters, as we can see. That's what they do every day during lunch and break time. Actually, right now, we are having 60 hygiene promoters in the schools.
My role as a scout and a hygiene promoter is to keep this water safe,
so that the pupils at school must get a clean water.
For instance, I'm a hygiene promoter. I have to make that all those people's, their hygiene is 100% perfect.
Cleanness also have helped us, and we are all healthy as I am today. It's because of the cleanness that we keep and the hygiene that we promote as the hygiene promoters.
Since we got the water tank, everything is okay. The rate of sick children reduced from even 50 in a day. We register like 5, 3, like that.
It has reduced the movement of the children, and this has given us peace in our mind.
Last year we have around 856, but this year our enrollment raised up to 1,300.
The school has 2,000 kids.
450.
702.
We had few because we had something like 540, but now we have over 1,000 students. In fact, the number doubled.
By then, we were not having scouts in schools, but when the project came in the country also, the school administrations felt happy that no. Since it's the scouts who brought these things, we should have scouts in the school to manage them.
The discipline within the school and even the maintenance of the general sanitation within the school, it has improved.
They will learn a lot of things, how to help the school, even how to help the country, how to help their families.
We started seeing changes from our children. They had to train them how they are supposed to conduct themselves, both in the school and outside the school.
Like I hear, their motto is creating a better world. It has changed the general environment of my school. I love it.
We are scouts, we are messengers of peace.
They call themselves messengers of peace. I'm a hygiene promoter. This is my school. I'm a messenger of peace. I must keep my school clean.
Children are happy. They take water anytime they want. And even the teachers are happy. They used to cook to them food with this water. And all of us are happy because of the Water for Child project.
Education-wise, my country is back. So I want to help these young boys and girls to grow up, be competent leaders with quality knowledge, with good knowledge that they will raise my country up when I'm even not there.
inspiring story from South Sudan. This just keeps reminding us of why we actually here. And when I was growing up, I think whenever we were going up in scouting and trying to make decisions here and there, we were always reminded by my scout leader that we are making decisions on scouting so that those of us who are not there in that room can benefit. So as we are taking a shape in this conference, just remember that we are shaping scouting for the millions of scouts who are not here, so they can bring impact like that to the world and continue pushing the scouting agenda. Thank you so much, South Sudan, for that amazing impact story. We are trying to keep as many of us ready for voting, and I just want to check around the room, get a sense check of who else is still trying to get assistance actively and they have not. Please raise your country card so that we can see and we have somebody with you. Please raise your country card, raise them straight up so that you can be seen. I see still a few that are trying to get assistance. Can I have people assisting them so that we can also have everybody on board ready for voting? Please be patient. For those of us who have already finished, we want to move together, and we know making decisions is an important part of the conference, and hence we want to make sure that we are all together unified as we make decisions. So if you're finished already and you're already in the system, do not be bored. You can keep refreshing, and you will be able to wait as we continue. Those of us who are continuing, please make sure you get your assistance. Don't put down your country card until you get assistance. Heads of delegation, you can see what's on screen. So you can start that process, those who have not started. Those of us watching online, also please, you can be able to see that on your feed. If you're a head of delegation, looking around, I still see a few of us, and we are keen to support everyone to make sure that you are all comfortable and are able to vote. So no worries though, we have another video lined up for you as we continue to assist. So we'll pause the video once we are ready, but for those of us who are finished and are ready, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
မင်္ဂလာပါညီမနာမည်ကညစုမွန်ပါရန်ကုန်ရှေ့ပိုင်းတက္ကသိုလ်ပါမြန်မာနိုင်ငံကင်းနောက်ဖွဲ့ချုပ်ရဲ့ရူပါတူဖြစ်ပါတယ်အခုညီမတို့ရောက်ရှိနေတဲ့နေရာကတော့တဘာဝတရားရိပ်သာလို့အများကတော့သိကြပါတယ်မတန်မဆွမ်းအဖိုးဖွားတွေယောဂတဲ့အဖိုးဖွားတွေနဲ့စွန့်ပစ်ခံအဖိုးဖွားတွေထားတဲ့နေရာပါဒီနေရာကိုတော့ညီမတို့ကတလတစ်ချိန်တော့၎င်းတလတစ်ချိန်တော့၎င်းနှစ်ခါတော့နှစ်ချိန်တော့၎င်းလာရောက်ပြီးတော့အဖိုးဖွားတွေနေမကောင်းတဲ့အဖိုးဖွားတွေကိုကတုံးတုံးပေးတာရေချိုးပေးတာနဲ့အဝိရှော်အိနာတန့်ရှင်းလို့အဖိုးဖွားတွေတန့်စင်ပေးတာအစအကုန်လုံးလှုပ်ဆောင်ပေးပါတယ်ဒါကိုမြန်မာအရှိပိုင်းတက္ကသိုလ်တွေမကဘူးတခြားတက္ကသိုလ်တွေကလည်းလာရောက်ပြီးတော့လှုပ်ဆောင်တာတွေ့ရပါတယ်တခြားသောအဖွဲ့အစည်းတွေကနေလည်းဒီနေရာကိုလာရောက်ပြီးတော့လှုပ်ဆောင်ပေးကြပါတယ်ဒီနေရာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ပတ်စံလုံအားထက်လုံအားကိုအရင်ခံမယ်နော်လုံအားကတော့အရင်အရေးကြီးပါတယ်လုံအားကိုပဲလိုအပ်ပါတယ်ဒီနေရာကတော့ဟုတ်ကဲ့ဒီနေရာကိုအခုလိုမျိုးလာရောက်လောက်ကင်ပေးရတဲ့အတွက်လူငယ်တဦးတယောက်အနေနဲ့တော့၎င်းမြန်မာနိုင်ငံကင်းနောက်ချုပ်ဖွဲ့အနေနဲ့တော့၎င်းခုံယူမိပါတယ်ဒီနေရာဆိုတဦးတယောက်ထဲအနေနဲ့လာရောက်ပြီးတော့လှုပ်ဆောင်မှုဆိုတာအဆင်မပြေပါဘူးအခုလိုမျိုးမြန်မာနိုင်ငံကင်းနောက်အဖွဲ့ချုပ်ကနေပြီးတော့တက္ကသိုလ်ကင်းနောက်အဖွဲ့တဦးအနေနဲ့လာရောက်လှုပ်ဆောင်ရတဲ့အတွက်ကိုအရန်ခုံယူမိပါတယ်
Okay, we are still monitoring. Is there any other delegation that still require support? Can you please raise your country cards? Yes, please. From this side, can we have the support team? We have 2 delegations here Any more? One towards the back. Two. Please keep your country cards raised so that we can identify you and support you. Any more delegations that require support? Please raise your country cards. Yes, also to the back. Can we have the team assist? And in the meantime, we will have hopefully another last video for you while we continue to support our delegations and before we proceed to testing our voting.
Isang batang nanggaling sa mahirap na pamilya at nakagawa ng mali sa ating bayan at
tapos kasalanan ko po, safe.
Nang isa na ako dito, kag 3 bulan.
Edad, 15. Nakaka-violet ko, naka-violent. Subangdan ako. Biktima ako nila.
we cannot deny the fact that there are children from all over the world who are into acts of troubles and violence, and Philippines is not an exception to that. My name is Junbert Pabon, and I grew up in Bacolod City, Negros Occidental, Central Philippines. The children in conflict with the law, or the young offenders, are 18 years old and below. These children are housed in the Social Development Center or Rehabilitation Centers.
These children committed crimes like drugs, rape, robbery, theft, murder, and homicides. Some children stayed in the center for a year or more, or some are less.
The project started in the year 2016. After my first activity in the Social Development Center, there's still the urge for me to continue doing project and rehabilitation programs for these children in conflict with the law. When I first conducted activity and I regularly implement these programs, I realized that these kids are just ordinary. They're just victims of circumstances, and there's nothing wrong with them at all.
At nung araw na pumunta dito yung Boy Scout na tumulong sa amin kahit hindi kami nagkakilala, tumutulong siya para maging masaya kami.
I really impressed, that somebody like John Bert and this group are in school and they have this feeling, they have this compassion that they are really willing to share their talents with this kind of children.
The mission of the program is to empower and rehabilitate children in conflict with the law housed inside the Social Development Center, Bacolod City, through different holistic and transformational activities based on the categories of culture, environment, skills training, and also psychological and emotional aspects.
1, 2, 3, go! Go, go, fight,
So far, John Bert and his group had this program that gave our children the impact on attitudes.
Hanggang sa gumawa kami ng mga bagay na makakabuti sa amin.
Such as the discipline and survival. They were able to learn how to cook without the kitchen utensils. Now, after 6 weeks, we could really see the changes in the discipline of our children.
I believe that scouting is for everyone, and that includes them, these people, that they should be taught how to not only just the activities that we learn with scouting, but rather the values that we learn with scouting, and that is brotherhood, unity, and the hope that lives within us.
So this is the school.
Okay, thank you everyone. We will continue to watch the rest of the video at some point in the conference. With most of our delegations logged in, we will be proceeding with giving you some guidance on the rules of procedures. David will be assisting us when it comes to this one. And our teams will continue to support the delegations who still need assistance. So please continue to raise your country cards while we are sharing with you some more inputs. And our team will be here to assist you to log into the e-voting system.
Dear conference, we are all good now. We will now proceed with the next item of the session while our voting team confirms presence to the credentials committee so that quorum can be determined. We will come back in a bit with exact numbers for us to continue. Dear conference, as stated in the WASM Constitution, the World Conference shall adopt its own rules of procedure. The rules of procedure will govern the meeting of the World Scout Conference. David, can you tell us more about the rules of procedure, especially for this conference?
Sure. Hi, conference. So, the rules of procedure outline how we take decisions at this conference. It's about how delegations are set up, rules about how resolutions are proposed and decided, how we nominate candidates and elect them for the World Scout Committee, and how we choose bidders for our next World Scout events, and a lot of other little details. Think of them as the rules of the game that we will be playing here together over the next week. Very exciting stuff. So, in October last year, the World Scout Committee shared the proposed rules of procedure for this conference with all of you. We also did a webinar back then with all member organizations to answer any questions you might have on the proposal of the World Scout Committee for these rules of procedure. Following that, we released a circular in November through which we invited all of you to cast your vote in an electronic referendum to approve these rules of procedure. Following the deadline, which was in early January this year, 141 of you voted and agreed to approve these rules of procedure. So good news, we already have these in place, so this new adventure can be done in an orderly manner. If you want to know more, have a look at Conference Document 2 on the conference website. And I'd also like to draw your attention to a part of the rules of procedure that is called the Resolutions and Amendment Guidelines. If your delegation is planning to do something with amendments or so, make sure you carefully read those. I hope that gives a little bit of clarity, Amal.
It does, I hope. Thank you, David, for this, and we will have more opportunities to assist you and engage around this should you require any support. The rules of procedures also set key deadlines by which certain things need to be done and completed. A lot of these deadlines were before the conference, such as nominating candidates, sending in resolutions, and many more nitty-gritty details. Now, there are a couple of deadlines which happen during the conference, and I want to make sure that you take note of them. They refer to the submission of any potential emergency resolutions, the submissions of amendments to the draft resolutions put forward by either the World Scout Committee or member organizations. We set these deadlines in advance of actual voting sessions to make time for our resolution committee to process them, translate them in 4 languages, and get them to you timely. So that you also have sufficient time yourselves to look at all these in your delegations and decide your position on them before we vote. We shared these deadlines on the conference website on July, but you will see them also now on the screen. Please make sure you take a photo, take some notes for your reference, because this will be instrumental as we proceed in the conference. Please know that each deadline pertains to a specific type of proposal. You can find all the information regarding the deadlines of the conference in the website, in the agenda page, and in your conference app. We will also make sure to remind you of these deadlines when they are approaching so that you don't forget. If you are confused about the different deadlines or have more questions about the conference procedure, please do not hesitate to talk to me, to David, or to Resolution Committee at any time. We are here to help you and we will be happily assisting you.
Our Resolutions Committee would like to strongly encourage all of you to really take the opportunity throughout the first days of the conference to engage on the draft resolutions, discuss with other delegations, and submit any potential amendments well in advance of the deadlines. Do not wait until the last minute because you might miss the deadline and create a lot of stress for our Resolutions Committee. So thanks for submitting early. The Resolutions Committee is also available to provide support to delegations along the way if you have any questions or need any help. They can either be found around the conference venue or you can email them at resolutions@scout.org. We'll also recognize them in a bit in the plenary.
Now, we come back to establishing quorum for the conference. May I invite the World Scout Bureau to explain the quorum and how we can establish it.
Thank you, Edgar. So this is one of the key rules of the conference. And quorum means that conference only can meet if at least half of WUSM's member organizations are present at our meeting, here in Egypt and online. That number, half of the member organizations, is called the quorum. If we meet that, our new adventure can officially start. Now, our constitution and our rules of procedure state that only WUSM member organizations in good standing are counted to set the quorum requirement. So, what does that mean, being in good standing? Being in good standing means simply that your member organization is not provisionally suspended from membership. This happens when the World Scout Committee decides that a member organization is no longer compliant with the WUSM membership requirements. The most common occurrence here is provisional suspension for non-payment of the annual registration fee. So, you see it on the slide already. I'll walk you through some simple mathematics here. As you will know, since yesterday, we have a total of 176 member organizations in WUSM. And welcome again to Albania, who joined us to make us from 175 to 176 yesterday. The World Scout Bureau notes that at the time of this opening session, the World Scout Committee has provisionally suspended 9 national Scout organizations due to their non-payment of WUSM's annual registration fee. This means that only 176 minus 9, member organizations are currently in good standing. Now, half of 167 means that 84 are required to be present today during this formal opening session. If we reach that quorum, conference will be quorate and it can be officially opened and the party can start. Presence is assessed to the conference through the system designated by the World Scout Bureau, and given that we are here both in person and online, we use being logged into the e-voting system to establish this presence. And that's, of course, why we were all so keen that you were on the e-voting system. So with that, Madam Chair, back to you.
Thank you, David. I hope that clarifies what we are also up to do now. We have asked all heads of delegations to log into the e-voting system to confirm the presence of your member organization. If you have not done so yet, please do so now. And for those of you who are already logged in, please make sure to refresh. If you all can be patient for us for a moment, I will now ask the Conference Credential Committee to confirm how many member organizations are with us today in this opening session.
I am happy to inform you that the Conference Credential Committee has confirmed that there are 103 member organizations currently present in the opening session of the conference. Be aware that this number will significantly increase as people log in, as they arrive in Egypt after travel, etc. That's more than the required 84 of 167 member organization in good standing. So I can now confirm that the conference is correct and we can proceed. I will now invite the World Scout Bureau to inform us of any proxies and additional information with regard to voting procedures.
Thank you, Madhu. So, member organizations that are not present, unfortunately, at conference, they have an option to give proxy to another member organization. Proxy means that these member organizations that are not here, that they decide to give their vote to another member organization that then will vote on their behalf. So the receiving member organization has in effect then two votes, their own and the proxy vote. Now don't get too excited. Our rules of procedure also state that you can never have more than one proxy. The World Scout Bureau notes that at the time of this opening session, 8 member organizations have granted proxies for voting. Bahrain has given proxy to the United Arab Emirates. Belarus has given proxy to Armenia. St. Lucia has given proxy to the United Kingdom. San Marino to Italy, Sao Tome e Principe to Cabo Verde, South Sudan to Kenya, Tajikistan to India, and Timor-Leste to the Philippines. I also want to make it clear, as Madhu mentioned earlier, that people are still traveling here. But we can confirm that our registration desk has noted that 161 member organizations are registered and with voting rights during this World Scout Conference. While, as you obviously heard, not all of them are with us in this opening session. They might still be traveling here, they might not have logged into the e-voting system, but they have registered and they have received their voting credentials. As such, the total number of member organizations or their proxies that can cast votes at this 43rd World Scout Conference is 169. And when you cast votes in your e-voting system, 169 is the number you will see for the total number of delegations with voting rights. If there is a change to this number throughout conference, somebody leaves or another delegation arrives unexpectedly, we will let you know.
Thank you, David. With this, we have concluded all forum formalities, and I do encourage all of you to take part in our decision-making process in the next few days.
With the conference having met the quorum, I am happy to officially declare the 43rd World Scout Conference open. Thank you.
Wow, that's a wonderful ribbon cutting. Throughout the conference, we'll be making decisions through voting. In this session, we will vote on appointing tellers and resolution committee of the 43rd World Scout Conference. Before I explain the process, please make sure you're all still logged into the e-voting system to be ready to cast your votes. Let's go through a short presentation about casting your vote for simple majority motions.
Here are the steps of how a delegation can cast their vote for normal votes. Log in to the e-voting system and navigate to the desired event to get ready to cast your vote. When a vote is activated, it will show on the left side of the screen under the active vote header. It will include the progress bar, the timer, and the voter turnout. As quorum is determined at the beginning of the event, the voter turnout serves as an indication of those delegations that decide to practice their right to vote. Click on the active vote. The details of the selected vote will appear on the right side of your screen. As this is a simple motion vote, your vote options are in favor, against, and abstain. Select your desired vote option to cast all your votes. If you wish to split your vote, click on the Split Vote button to enable the function. Then allocate all your votes accordingly across the desired vote option. Depending on the size of your screen, the split vote will appear as a drop-down, selection, or row with easy select option. You can select and unselect the votes by clicking. Carefully review your vote allocation is correct. Note that once you have cast your vote, no further changes can be made. As a measure of caution, the Confirm button will only activate once you have allocated all your votes. Confirm your vote by clicking the Confirm Vote button. A confirmation message that your vote has been submitted will appear. Once the vote is closed, the results will appear, or they will appear once they have been published. You can see the overall results of the vote, plus how your delegation voted. For vote results determined using simple majority, if there are more votes in favor than against, the motion is carried. And in case of a tie, with the same number of votes in favor and against, the motion is defeated. Note that abstentions are not counted, neither in favor nor against. For vote results determined using 2/3 majority, if more than 2/3 of the votes are in favor, the motion is carried. And if a motion acquires exactly 2/3 of the votes in favor, it is carried as well. Note that abstentions are not counted, neither in favor nor against.
Following the voting instructions in the video, I will just highlight that all the votes today are using simple majority to determine the results. We will now give you another minute or so to ensure your presence on the e-voting platform. If you encounter any challenges, you can refer to the help desk. If you are in person, I request you to kindly raise your country card and a member of the support team will approach you to assist. And if you are online, you can reach the help desk via the support button on the bottom right corner of the e-voting system. I hear from the voting team that the system is ready with all reported users issues being addressed. As we are about to begin our first votes on the system, we wish to confirm to all the participants about the integrity and credibility of the World Scouting's e-voting system, which has undergone third-party credibility assessment. It has been thoroughly used both at the previous World Scout conference and all recent regional conferences, tested by volunteers and World Scout Bureau staff from around the world